Hi everybody and welcome back to another Legends of Runeterra video and gameplay. Today I'm actually super excited about this deck list. It actually took me quite a while to come up with this. A lot of testing and a lot of thought went into this deck. This is an Aphelios Heimerdinger deck with Tri-Beam Improbulator. Tri-Beam Improbulator is pretty cool. You deal 1 to a unit, summon a random 1-cost follower. While I'm in hand, increase both by 1 when you play a 3-cost card. So you continually get value for Tri-Beam Improbulator the more 3-cost cards you have in the deck and the more you use them. And then you can summon, like a 9-cost unit pretty easily if you build your deck around it. So you'll notice here we have 17 3-cost cards in our deck, a ton of 3-cost cards. And then on top of that, we have Aphelios and Gifts from Beyond, which are producing 3-cost cards as well. During the last, I guess before the expansion, or before this last patch, actually, Aphelios was pretty darn strong. Aphelios created these moon weapons in hand that would phase more moon weapons, a whole bunch of versatility. It was super oppressive, really hard to deal with. Just the amount of utility that he got from his spells, and really hard to kill him as well, just with all of the cards from Targon that can help keep him alive. So he was nerfed, and he was changed in a pretty drastic way. So first of all, they decreased his health, and then during this last patch, they increased all of his moon weapons to 3 mana, which I guess in the traditional sense, the traditional Aphelios decks were basically destroyed. And so we have to come up with some other degenerate deck that uses Aphelios, and the one that of course works and synergizes the best with him is a Heimerdinger Tri-Beam Improbulator deck. So that's what we're doing. So he's producing all of these 3-cost spells. We can get the Tri-Beam Improbulator to massive damage dealing potential and producing these really big units. And then if Heimerdinger's out, they're also creating fearsome turrets, which are going to be really hard for our opponent to deal with, especially later on in the game. And then still we've got the utility from Aphelios and his cards. We pick up things like Calibrum and Gravitum, which are even more controlling the enemy, so we can stun units, right? Stun units that can block into our fearsome blockers, or just kill them with Calibrum. Aphelios can be super oppressive still in this deck, and you'll see in the gameplay today. They're pretty long. This is a control deck. Long videos, but it just works out super well. Alright, some other cards that we're running in the deck. We have the Lunari Duskbringer for Nightfall. We've got a lot of Nightfall cards, so Lunari Shadestalker. We also have the Sky Shadows to refill mana. This actually helps quite a bit refill our mana. We can summon him with Crescendum as well and just get some extra use with Aphelios and his moon weapons, which is really good. We've got Crescent Guardian as a 3-drop. We're also running 2 of Lunari Priestess. We just want enough Nightfall units to kind of be able to play this Sky Shadows. And then, yeah, this is also going to be producing more cards that we could potentially use later in the game. Obliterates, healing cards, silences. There's a lot of things that the Lunari Priestess does really well and can produce for us. And another 3-drop as well that can synergize really well with Tri-Beam Improbulator. Alright, we're running a full set of Zenith Blade. Zenith Blade is actually low-key super helpful keeping our units alive like Aphelios. It's really good to put on something like the T-Hex. Deal a lot of damage, and yeah, just really good at keeping our units alive. So that pretty much sums up the deck list. Again, really control-y. We're not really trying to be super aggressive early on in the game, and a lot of times we can't be. We're running 20 spells, 20 units. A lot of times we just have spells in our hands, so we can play it a little bit slower. We don't really have a ton of healing besides, again, Aphelios' moon weapon, so there is that. So you do need to be a little bit conscious of how much health you have. Pay attention to what matchup you're going against. If you're going against an aggro deck, you really want to be looking for your early game cards just to be able to survive until you can get to late game. But yeah, just Aphelios still has a lot of versatility. He works really well in this deck, and hopefully you guys enjoy these spicy gameplays today. Only 2 gameplays, unfortunately. Normally I try to do 3, but the games just went super long. So anyway, if you do enjoy it, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and we will see you tomorrow. Thanks. Okay, we're going against a Yasuo and LeBlanc deck. Reputation and everything else, that's good. Let's actually get rid of Flash of Brilliance here. I'm going to get the Sky Shadows, and probably should have kept the Lunari Duskbringer if I wanted the Sky Shadows as well, but we gambled in it and it didn't pay off, so we'll see if we end up getting a Nightfall card before we can play this. Got a Daybreak card. That should count too, right? Alright. I mean, it's a Nightfall card, right? So it should work. Not a Nightfall unit. Let's go ahead and go for it. It refills our spell mana too and allows us to open attack without... I think we just go ahead and go for this. I kind of want him to use his spells before Yasuo comes out, so if he's got Steel Tempest or Concussive Palm, even better. We can... Calibrum? I think we do pick up Calibrum here and we go for the Aphelios. And I have double Calibrum? We'll pick up double Calibrum here.
The moon rises.
Alright, that's fine. Double Calibrum. Need to Gravitum. I'm gonna play this and look for a Nopify. It helps my Tri-Beam Improbulator as well. Got double.
Some things never dull.
I think we just have to let this hit. I mean, I could go for like Pell Cascade or something. I don't think it's worth it though. Let's go for Calibrum here and try to get a Nopify out of him, and I think we go for Gravitum. We like Nopify. No, that's fine too. Still get the I guess we don't get the Moon Weapon part. I thought that worked. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Really get it. Who does he stun? I go Zenith Blade. Tri-Beam Improbulator kills him. He'd be forced to use Deny, which had an extra mana. But yeah, it can be denied. We can't use Calibrum on Yasuo. If I open attack, let's open attack and use Bastion into Concussive Palm here. We like this, I think, the best. Alright, he just lets it go. Wow.
Everything's easier behind a mask.
And I think we go for Calibrum again here. Pick up a second Gravitum as well.
Calibrum.
Nice. Alright, so we're dealing 5 to Yasuo, so he's probably got denies by now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. And we're gonna block here this time. Can't block with the Aphelios because he has the Concussive Palm and can just stop us. Let's start with the Lunari Duskbringer here. 2 of 5. I mean, if he doesn't want to play anything, that's fine. Alright, I think we play Heimerdinger now. We'll pass. I wish I had my Flash of Brilliances. Come on, play a card. think I can be too worried about keeping Aphelios alive.
With the knight's
I'm
embrace.
gonna attack with him. I wanted to use Concussive Palm here so that I can use that's fine. Come on, use something. Wants to stay in deny range, it's annoying.
I hate having to put my face on.
I'm gonna use Graviton this time.
A weapon.
So we can use this. We got some like kind of non-committal plays here. I'm gonna use Graviton on the LeBlanc. And I think we're gonna face Crescendum this time. So, I mean, if he's got Nopify, he probably uses Nopify in the Gravitum. If he's got Deny, I would much rather have Deny out of him. But he's got 2 stuns here that he's probably going to want to use as well. So, okay, uses the Recall again. That's fine. What's he putting in?
Places to go.
Okay, I thought it was something else over here.
One blade, one purpose.
My move.
So he just blocked the most damage. Go with Wrenchbot.
1.21 gigahexes.
It's only 1 of 4. Deal 6. I think we go with Crescendum now as well. Never mind.
A machine for sports ball.
Five of 12. Okay, I'm not going to play anything. Out of range for Tri-Beam as well. Let's go like, let's do the Zenith Blade again. We want him to use things on us. I bet he's gonna have an intimidating roar. We're positioned correctly at least. Yeah, so there it is. It's with 4 or less power. So I think we can go like this. Dang, I'm trying to get Concussive Palm out of him.
No one is promised tomorrow.
I am everywhere. I am everyone.
Alright, we'll go with the
Construction.
evolution turret here. I may play Zenith Blade on the Storm Lobber here. Just to get it above the ability to deal damage to this House Spider. I want him to use Concussive Palm here. I want him to go below the ability to deny my tri-beams. There we go. We finally got it. Not the best. I was hoping for like a Tiana. Actually, Tiana wouldn't have even been that good either.
You cannot win.
So obvious.
Okay. We probably start with this Tri-Beam Improbulator, don't we?
The road takes me.
And maybe not.
It hurts because it must.
So let's start with the wrench bot here. So I want him to play mirror image before I use the gravitum. It's annoying. I think that's worth using Bastion, and actually this should stop him from. He needs another one, and as soon as he does that, I can use the second Tri-Beam Improbulator. But this will prevent his LeBlanc from attacking.
Quick footwork, fast strikes.
Don't let the fluffy tails fool you.
I don't want that yet. Shouldn't have played that. Should not have played that. Alright, I think we got to attack with everything here. This forces him to play a lot of spells, and I'm happy trading these guys into his like Steel Tempests and things, because it's gonna limit what he can do.
Use this pawn.
Hope you brought friends.
Knowledge is wealth, and I am rich.
I'm using Burnham this time.
Big blade for a little warrior.
Underestimate me. I dare you.
Go like this first. I wanted to use Deny. Which is fine.
Shoot, shoot! That was years in the making.
See if he got a second one. If he does, we get basically everything out of him.
Clear mind.
And we get life still. It's pretty good.
Exceptional advancement in ballistics.
We got a lot of card draw here. Everything I was doing was just trying to get like denies and nopifies out of him while he can't attack, right? So we've killed two. How many? Two Yasuos, right? And only one LeBlanc.
Feet were made for roaming and kicking.
Okay. Can't stop that.
Underestimate me. I dare you.
I think we just put out the infinite mind splitter again here. And we go with Crescendum now. Let's do Calibrum now. We can take out this Feyblade Twirler at the very least.
Fear the truth.
But we just need blockers.
Like a gale through the valley.
What a treat. Hide no longer.
And I guess we'll keep our most powerful guy alive here. Which is fine. We'll pass. We should still be stunning this. Okay, never mind. It kind of has everything he needs, right? And I guess we could have also kept the Duskbringer alive.
Eminently logical.
Think you're fast? Cute.
Yes, yes, again!
I think we should have won here. Alright, so not quite yet. No 2-cost spell either. But as soon as he does anything this next round, we can just win with True Shot Barrage. So yeah, we should have kept the Duskbringer alive. So that was definitely a mistake. Block here. We want him to play his card here. Could be a deny. Actually, we're just gonna go for it, right? Don't we just go for it? It's deny. It's deny, and we get it out of him. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so one mistake there at the end, but we had him pretty well controlled by the end of the game there. Definitely a long gameplay. Long gameplay. Pretty interesting, though. I was worried about deny maybe a little bit too much as well,
Waits for no one.
because it looks like he only ever had one, and he never had a Nopify either, so we could have done a little bit more there. But yeah, not too bad. We ended up controlling him, getting a lot of units down, so he couldn't damage us, and I guess just had the right cards to win that game. Okay, we're going against a Kindred and Gangplank deck. I was worried there for a second because mine didn't pop up. I was like, what am I using? Alright, let's get rid of everything but the Lunari Duskbringer. And I guess we get this Nightfall unit at the very least. So let's go ahead and play this and
Light flowers upon the
play into a parlay. Okay, no parlay
Time.
yet. 2 damage. What are the chances he's got healing? He is in Shadow Isle, so with Kindred, so he could have Grasp of the Undying and things like that. I wonder if this is just going to be a Gangplank Thresh deck, except with Kindred. And we're going to pass here. I think we attack, we open attack here, and we're going to try to get something out of him, like a Make It Rain. Anything we can get him to use early is going to be useful. Alright, so he's got Glimpse Beyond, so no damaging abilities it looks like, which is interesting.
Be nothing left when I'm done.
It's not super good.
Her flowers bring the moonlight.
I'm going to play the
Mother Moon
Shade
veil.
Stalker. Decent card draw. We need to find our champions, I think. Yeah, it's a little annoying. Alright. Not much we can do there. I don't really like that. And again, I want to force him to use something here. We can use Hush on this powder keg too, if we really want to. Okay, so it doesn't look like he's got any of these abilities to damage me, which is weird.
They retreat.
I have kind of a strange hand too. I think we have to use Flash of Brilliance. Progress Day isn't too bad. I'll go Flash of Brilliance into Crescent Guardian. We've got enough for Bastion if he's got anything crazy here. I don't think he does. Glimpse Beyond. Alright, I'm actually really fine with him using that there. I probably, well no, I probably should have used Bastion there in case he's got a parlay. He didn't have it before, so we'll see what he's got. I can use another Pell Cascade. And he doesn't, so we'll leave it at that. Okay, I don't really want to use that first. I don't really like that either, though. I have a ton of Nightfall cards in my hand for some reason. I could silence the Kindred. I think what we want to do is just play Bastion here. Say okay, and then I want him to attack. I want to kill this Kindred. Okay, if he's not going to attack, then I'm going to play the Sky Shadows. And we'll probably go into the Lunari Priestess now. Silence a follower, that really doesn't help us too much. If you behold a Celestial card, obliterate enemies with 3 or less power. Again, that doesn't help me too much. Man, I don't really like the Charger either.
Calm mind and open heart.
Just because of Make It Rain. Man, the cards are pretty bad. Go with the Lunari Deathbringer again, I guess. Alright, this one I think we're going to take, just because we've got Equinox now.
Whatever the cost.
And I think I'm just going to attack with my Shade Stalker. Why would you wait? Like, look at this. He kills 5 of my units. That's really dumb. If we heal any of these, this guy still dies, so... It is what it is. Ultimately, this deck is just pretty bad for us because even our turrets have 1 health, so even if we had drawn our champions, I just don't think that we're going to have a lot we're going to be able to do. Do we go with Gifts Beyond here? Silence is too much. I'm gonna pick up Calibrum and say okay. And he should attack here. He's got a lot of mana though. I want him to kind of fill out his board. There it is.
That's why we respect you, Captain.
What could he have? Glimpse Beyond. Okay. Can't stop that. And we'll block here. Okay, again, no parlay, which is nice for us. And I don't have any units either, so we're just gonna attack here with our Crescent Guardian and hope for the best. Probably use Dusk Petal Dust and Pale Cascade if... Well, we could even use Hush on this if we absolutely need to. Dreadway. I actually think that we need to silence this.
What's that noise?
There's Heimerdinger, finally shows up.
Expect death.
Order, entropy, a never-ending cycle.
He's got a lot of cards in hand. Quite a bit of mana too. And I'm pretty much forced to play Progress Stay here.
Make him scream! I'll buy us some time.
We're gonna kill the Kindred if we can. I've got Pale Cascade to keep this guy alive. He will have to use Grasp. Oh, he doesn't have it. Really good.
Yes, yes, again! You must know me, little one.
Maybe we have to play this. Ooh, that's really good.
It's smaller than a diagram.
It's a really good draw for us. Wait, what does that kill? Everything but the Heimerdinger, so it's kind of good.
Yes, yes, again!
Hardly yet. All right, and we have to play
A celebration.
Progress Day here.
Work.
Oh, got some really good cards.
They said it couldn't be
Really good cards.
an upgrade.
Yeah, I've killed 2 Kindreds. Can I can I survive?
Keep up, keep up.
Only a fool would enter battle unprepared.
There's a good chance that he has the box again. Just like the animating about this.
We'll be free.
Really sucks. Calibrum or Gravitum. I think Gravitum just because it makes it more awkward for him.
Innovation must begin somewhere.
Finally uses it.
A machine for sports ball.
Think we pass here. I think we pass just because he's got a full board. There's Aphelios. Nice of him to show up too. More than halfway through. So we have to play this Hush. Immediately.
Through the coral. This'll send them running.
We're gonna play this now too, even though I don't really like to. Just because the Dreadway's up. Gravitum's pretty good.
The stronger your shadow.
That egg, did it move?
It's smaller than a diagram.
Maybe Calibrum, I don't know. It's hard to know what to do. We're gonna put the Overwhelm on the T-Hex here. We're very close to just losing. Oh my gosh.
And fire!
Alright. Infernum or Crescendum, Infernum or Crescendum. Gotta be fine with that. Second Gravitum. Gotta be Infernum again. Okay, he's got 3 cards left. What have you got? Yes! Yes! We got him! Yes! Fearsomes for the win. Holy cow. Holy cow. That was pretty cool.